taken next year. Rasadike na sampadetha, Rasadike na sampadetha, Rasadike na sampadetha, Ashen Nagabodi. Sadhu, 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 specially. Myasong Yarana, Dea Myasong Yarana, Danga Myasong Yarana Uswado, Yanaro Myadomba Bondo Ayuti Myanu Leso Moyui, Shiko Buzo Fumio Mansho, Rojaya Do, Tegazagarwa Banama Kamugutu Kansirana, Duniendagwa, Nezangasa Yanicha Ao, Nizene Myapilo Ato Lagaja Do. Kudo ka mu suzuro jang, Phaya tanga yarana. gacchami sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Tatiyampi sanghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchami Iti saraṇa dhammaṃ purikkhona Sarana saha dasa babeja silaṃ Athanga samanagata ubosatha silaṃ Dhammaṃ sadhukaṃ kattava Abbamadena sampatitha Okay, Sayadaw metta poja send them metta to power Sayadaw together Thao Sayadaw Jadi Di Beyan Gema Sedadi Say Saya Gema Sedadi Ko Saya Gema Sedadi Chanja Mama Chanja Dada Pye Dada Na Wongo Khanda Wongo Yes, Naimba Sedadi Sayadaw Vyajidi Beyan Gema Sedadi Say Saya Gema Sedadi Ko Saya Gema Sedadi Chanja Mama Chanja Dada Pye Dada Na Wongo Khanda Wongo Yes, Naimba Sedadi Sayadaw Vyajidi Beyan Gema Sedadi Say Saya Gema Sedadi Kosenya Gema Siddhi Chanja Mama Chanja Dada Pien Adana Wongo Khanda Wongo Yasam Naimba Siddhi Tadu 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 A dirty level yaula. A honey level. Dramamia Shija. I was in no many a level, Sally Beku, Yaupito, the children let to get Juzaja. The children like who are on the only she did. And a Josabi Atu Jabu Taitoma. Yanni level to do it. Manajaye. Net the Lina if I would attack, I wasn't letting on tepper. Hello. Quashi attended through the Chuan now Jaja, the Jumalaja, or never negro, Timaya Pimachi. Ola, and I would do it now Jadale, would do it Malaw. He had been my way. A quarter of Pia woman tell you, Ola. Okay, I'll be a commoner on the Velu Yachina, Nenelli. To me, I'll take me that payment, no? Okay, Josa Java at a pair of the go level Mapinjan, they are tiny level Mapinjan, they are shout at Mapinjava, look, Taitoma, no? There are also many newcomers, new yogis, especially they came here for New Year's Water Festival Meditation Retreat. Yesterday, we went to the female sites to observe their condition. Some are practicing meditation diligently. New yogis also, old yogi also. Okay? But some are still a little bit, how to call? If I say lazy, they don't like it, is it? How do you think? If you don't like, you are very lazy. I used to say this. Then what should you do? Trying to practice meditation diligently. Okay? Also, for example, I used to join morning chanting here. This morning, I join here and I also do chanting together with the other yogi. At the time, some bhikkhu, some yogi are very late. Then some they don't join for chanting and also meditation session. But this morning, I came here early, but I just stand there and wait to observe. Then some are still late. Some are still absent. They don't join. So, if you respect monastery rule and regulation, teacher like Paul Sayadaw or me, you should not be lazy. You should be diligent. You should join chanting regularly without any special reason, if there's no special reasons. Also, meditation session. Also, interview. Your intentions to come is to focus on meditation practice. That is why you should remember your purpose of coming here. Okay? Then we just encourage you. We can guide to you, but we can do anything else. You have to do yourself for your attainment. Okay, let's start our Dhamma discussion, Dhammapada discussion by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavate Today, Anyadara Kula Dharika Vatu, Gatha number 202 from Dhammapada. Sorry, no? Natthi rāgasamo aggi, natthi dosasamo kali. Natthi khandhasamā dukkhā, natthi santiparaṃ sukhaṃ. Okay, the translation. Raga nen tu do mi mashi, doda nen tu do apya mashi, khanda nen tu do senye dukkhā mashi, nibbān nen tu do chanda mashi. There's no fire like passions or lust. There's no crime like anger. There's no pain like the personalized aggregate or phenomena. There's no pain like the burden of aggregates. There's no happiness higher than the supreme peace, Nibbana. This danger was taught by the Buddha while living at Jetavana Monastery in Savatthi city with the reference to one young bride. Anyadakula Dharika, okay, bride. Very short story. One young lady, her parents arranged her wedding with one man at their house. Since they are Buddhist, they also invited the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sanghas to their house to offer the alms food to Bhikkhu Sangha headed by the Buddha in their wedding ceremony. Then when the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha came to their house for alms food, the young lady, the young bride, was serving alms food and evidence to Bhikkhu Sangha's Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha by going here and there at their house. Then at that times, her husband, is it? He was looking at his wife, bride, is it? At that time, what will happen? I don't know. We don't have any experience in wedding. Do you have any experience in wedding? Then when he was watching his wife, his bride, then raga, attachment, too much attachment appears in his mind. Lust appears in his mind strongly. Then what will happen? At that time, he only just watched his wife. Even he forgot the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sanghas. Then he didn't do any service for Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha. only just watching his wife here and with attachment. Is it? At that time, not only in his mind, even he want to take he want to hug his wife with the hand. Then he prepares to go to his wife to take his wife. I don't know what will he do. Then what will he do in front of the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha? Even he forgot the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha. Then the Buddha understood his condition. His mind was covered by lust, attachment, greed. That is why he does not know anything. Because of this reason, then the Buddha has psychic power. Then the Buddha use his psychic power, supernatural power, to hide the bride from his eyes. How to do? He cannot see his bride, his wife. At that time, maybe temporarily his attachment disappear. Then at that time only he saw the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha. Oh, Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha are in front of us. Okay? They are in our house. When he realized that, then maybe when his lust or attachment disappear from his mind, at that time the Buddha also gave one stanza, this stanza only. Okay? The Buddha preached this stanza to him, and not to them. What is the stanza here? Natthi rāgasamo aggi, natthi dosasamo natthi khandhasamā dukkhā, natthi santiparaṃ sukhaṃ. There is no fire like lust, attachment, greed, lobha or raga. How do you think? The Buddha preached this one. For example, when there's a fire burn the forest or houses, we can see. Is it? When there's a water or the cup for the releasing the fire with the water, then this fire will dry up. But if raga, lust or attachment arise in human's mind, being's mind, what happens? You cannot see the flame of fire. You cannot see the smoke of fire. You cannot see the appearance of the fire. But it is burning their mind strongly. Even they cannot see anything. Like you see, her husband. Even he does not see the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha, although the Buddha and Bhikkhu Sangha are existing in front of them. In this way. That is why, what will happen? It was burning. Finally, even can die. But luckily, he has raga, lust in his mind in front of the Buddha. Luckily, no? If no Buddha, even he can die. Not sure. Do you think? If you have too much attachment to wife or husband, if no one admonition, then even he or she can die. Burning in the mind, burning in the mind, then can die. And then sometimes they say, for example, like boyfriend and girlfriend break each other. Then what happened? Oh, hati dore. Hati dore. Okay. They burn their heart. Is it? Sometimes what happened? Sometimes they go to the bar. Sometimes even they jump into the water, the river, something like that. They're trying to attempt to suicide like this because of burning the fire, last fire in their mind. They cannot bear with the burning of the last fire. Is it? Sometimes it can happen. Do you have such kinds of experience? Okay, no one answer. Regarding this, Venerable Nanda story is also very famous. Venerable Nanda, you see, the Buddha's younger brother. When the Buddha arrived in the Kapila Watu country, that time they also arranged Nanda and Sanabra Kalyani's wedding at the royal palace. The Buddha, after having the Buddha's meal, then the Buddha asked Nanda to take his bow. Then the Buddha went to Nijoda Rama monastery from the royal palace. Then Nanda carried the Buddha's bow and followed the Buddha. Actually, he doesn't want to follow the Buddha. Maybe Zanabara Kalyani realized the Buddha were asking to ordain. That is why. Then she went out and asked the Nanda to return to the royal palace as soon as possible. Then, okay. Oh, he agreed, he promised. Then finally, Nanda reached the Nijodarama monastery together with the Buddha. How do you think? The Buddha don't have compassion, is it? You think? Nanda, do you want to ordain? Then he cannot reject. Yes, Pandit. Yes, Pandit. Yes, Pandit. Then okay, ordain. Then he became a bhikkhu. Although he became a bhikkhu, he missed the Janabara Kalyani. She also ordered to return to royal palace as soon as possible. He had this one in his mind. When you are meditating, do you have Sunday? Meditating. Sunday also report. One day today, something appear in my mind. Maybe I guess there must be Janabara Kalyani's order. Janabara Kalyani asked Nanda to return to royal palace as soon as possible. Then he couldn't practice meditation well because of this. Then the Buddha also knew Nanda. Then Nanda also disclosed his condition. Yes, Pandit, I'm not happy as ordained life. I want to return to the royal palace. Then finally, as you know, Janavara Kalyani, then the Buddha brought Nandas to the towering Devarams. On the way to towering Devarams, the Buddha also showed one, burning monkey with the black body burned by the fire. Only just show, nothing to say. Then when the Buddha arrived in the towering Devarams, many Devi came to Saga's attendant or wives, many, is it? Then When Nanda saw them, what happened? Oh, maybe he don't close his eyes. He didn't close his eyes. Looking at the very beautiful Devi here and there. Oh, she is also beautiful. She is also beautiful. Everything, every Devis are beautiful. At that time, the Buddha understood. Nanda, how do you think? Those Devi are beautiful or not? Yes, Bande. Compared to Janabara Kalyani, how do you think? Bande, Janabara Kalyani is similar to the monkey I saw on the way to Tarinda River. How do you think? You think you love each other, I love you, you love me. Something like this. Finally, become monkey. You are like a monkey. Then you will get angry, is it? Then in this way, the Buddha solved this problem. Then he can remove his attachment because of the Buddha. Here also, luckily, no, because of the Buddha, he can remove his attachment. Later, at the end of the stanza, he will become Sotapanna together with his wife. Is it? Lucky in front of the Buddha. If not the Buddha, even can die because of burning by lust, attachment. Okay, one story. Story. There's no fire similar to lust, attachment, greed, or raga. Sorry. There are many stories. Okay, one story. One young bhikkhu from Kalyani Vihara in Sri Lanka times. He asked permission from his teacher. Bande, I wish to go to Kala Diga Wapi village to study. There's a very famous Priyati monastery there. I wish to go there to study my Priyati. At that time, his teacher saw the dangers for the young bhikkhu. Maybe his teacher must be Arahanta together with Abhiññāna. That is why he could understand his danger. Then if you promise me, I will allow you to go to this Priyati school to study. You just stay in the monastery by studying Priyati. Don't go to the village. Okay? Don't go to the village. After studying, you just return to our monastery. Then he also agreed. He promised. Then with this agreement, he went to the Kala Diga Wapi monastery to study. Maybe a bit far from his village. Finally, he finished his study. Maybe he obtained a Langara degree, Dhammapada degree. Then what happened? Master degree, PhD. Get B1, What happened? Lust is still there, no? Attachment is still there. Don't think after obtaining Dhammapada or Alangara, no more attachment. Don't think, okay? Then what happened? Then after studying, he prepares to return to his monastery, his teacher's monastery. At that time, he want to investigate. He want to check why my teacher asked me not to go to the village. Be careful, no? His teacher saw the danger. Then, okay, he also do full walk and take the boat and go to the village for alms food. He stood in front of one house for alms food. At that time, young lady wearing with the yellow clothes, yellow dress, very beautiful lady. Why? Come out. As soon as she saw the young bhikkhu, then she has too much attachment to him, not from young bhikkhu side. Then she offered the food to the bhikkhu, young bhikkhu, and then she returned home, and what happened? She go to bedroom and sleep. Then she also told her parents, if I cannot get married with the young bhikkhu, I will die here. Like this. At that time, the parents of the young lady went to the young bhikkhu, followed the young bhikkhu and requested, Bhante, please return to our house for alms food. No, I just received alms food. Enough. Then finally they also explains their condition. Bhante, we have a lot of wealth. We have a lot of houses, a lot of property in our house. Then please get married with my daughter. Then they also invited the young bhikkhus to be their son-in-law. At that time, what happened? Then if she cannot get married with you, she also rejected. Then if she cannot get married with you, she will die. Please help. Then he also rejected. Then finally, the parents returns to their house. Then explains to their daughter, we will bring one suitable man. There are a lot of men in the world. Don't have attachment to the young bhikkhu. Why not? Then she didn't accept. No, only one. Only one. I don't want any other ex. At that time, what will happen? They cannot soothe their daughter. Then she didn't eat for 7 days. She didn't drink for 7 days. What will happen? Okay. If they stay without eating, drinking for 7 days, die finally, is it? Then she dies with the attachment. What happened? Raga burn. Raga attachment burn her mind without flame or the fire. Burning inside the fire. Then she passed away with the attachment to the young bhikkhu. They also invited the bhikkhu sanghas to their house for her funeral. Then after that, she used to wear maybe the yellow dress. Then they also offer her dress to the bhikkhu sangha, usually made like satin cloth or something. Okay, kata, according to the Buddhist tradition. When someone passes away, they remain a lot of things. What, especially like clothes or something they offer. But they don't offer only jewel or car or something like this. They only offer dress. Many Myanmar, they still have this tradition. But they have a lot of jewelry, gold, money, houses, car, but they don't offer. Only dress. The yellow dress they offer to the bhikkhu sangha. Then at that times, the young bhikkhu also went to Kalyani Vihara to pay homage to the Chetiya there before returning to his monastery, his hometowns. At that time, one bhikkhu also just finished her funeral. He also joined in this funeral and he received a piece of clothes, yellow clothes from her funeral. Then this martyr also went to Kalyani monastery. Then they meet each other. Then young bhikkhu saw, he also just remember, I saw this from the lady. Bhante, where did you get this dress, this clothes, yellow clothes? Then he also explained everything. Then what he will be? I was wrong. I didn't marry. I didn't get married. I didn't stay together with her. Then finally, his mind was also burned by the raga fire. Last fire, then he immediately died there. Well, and both burned by the last of the fire, raga burned by the fire. Is it? Natthi rāgasamo aggi. Do you believe this? There's no fire like raga last. Here with the story. Immediately die. He also feel remorse. Is it? That is why there's no fire similar to lust or raga attachment. Be careful not to have too much attachment. Then it will burn your mind. Then finally even can die. With the raga fire, when they die with the raga fire, what will happen? Very dangerous. Okay? His teacher saw this danger. With the raga fire, although they are bhikkhu, although they are sayale, if they die with the raga or something, their way is here, not up. Be careful. Okay? Another story. This one in Dhammapada Vihara, Situ Babua now. At that time, very famous monastery with a lot of arahanta. But sometimes there are also a lot of Buddhajana, bhikkhu or bhikkhuni. Then one day, in Uposatha day like here, bhikkhuni, one young bhikkhuni, went to the Uposatha, Sima hall, to Uposatha, Patimokha chanting. At the gate of the Sima hall, then they also make very handsome statue, like gatekeeper. Only statue, not real man. What happened? Very handsome. Maybe Sri Lanka can make very good statue. Their artist is very, architects are very skillful, like this, okay? Artists are very skillful. Then when young bhikkhuni saw this, she was looking at this one without closing her eyes. Finally, bam, raga, attachment, lust burned her mind. Actually, she passed away by standing. Then the other bhikkhuni also came there and reached, oh, what you are doing here? Then call her to go to the Sima hall for Uposatha. Then one bhikkhuni touched her body. Then she fell down. Oh, she already died. Like this. Bambandi fire. Fire or lust. Okay, you are still alive. Okay, I hope although you was burned by the lust fire, but not so strong like them. Okay, but their lust attachment is too much, very strong, stronger than you. Okay, by showing those story, then natthi rāgasamo aggi, there's no fire like lust. Then you should understand. Natthi dosasamo kli. There's no crime like dosa, anger or hatred. Natthi dosasamo kli. There's no fault similar to dosa. There's no mistake similar to dosa. Okay, how do you think this one? There is also one sentence in this stanza. Then luckily the Buddha reminded them, then they become Sotapanna. But if there's no the Buddha, there will be problem. Also another thing. For example, do you know Magandi? Like later became Queen Magandi of the Udena king. She took grudge to the Buddha's in Samavati Queen too much. Why? Magandi's parents want to give their daughters to the Buddha to get married. Then later the Buddha says, your daughter is similar to, the pot or the excrement. Feces. Even I don't want to touch your daughter with my toe, top of their toe. Is it? I don't want to touch your daughter, something like that. At that time, she got angry with the Buddha. She got angry with the Buddha. If she doesn't want to get married with me, you just say, I don't want to get married with your daughter. But now she said, I am similar to the pot of excrement, feces. Also, I don't want to touch your daughter even with my food. Then how to do? Then she got angry. Also, king has a lot of wives, queen. At that time, they also compete each other. Then Samavati king is the first queen. That is why she also don't like her. She want to kill the Samavati queen. Then finally what happened? When Magandi became a queen in Udena king's palace, then later she also burned their palace with the fire. Finally, Udena king found out. Because of power or Samavati's metta and the Buddha's power. Then finally she was killed by Udena king together with all of his relatives, not only her. So if dosa arises within one person, then dosa is burning. Fire is burning this person. Also the environments, not only one. Is it? Also she make a lot of mistake. You see, whatever she did, then she made with the evil desire only. She did a lot of mistake in this way. Finally, she was also burned by the fire. Udena king burn her with the fire. Finally, she fell into Awiji hair. Then now she is in Awiji hair with Awiji fire. Then how he will suffer? Is it? That is why natthi dosasamo clear. There's no mistake similar to the dosa. No crime similar to the dosa. Be careful. Okay? Okay, only this one. Otherwise, will be long. Natthi khandhasamā dukkhā. There's no suffering like the burden of 5 aggregates. Burden of the 5 aggregates. You don't want to wake up early to join the chanting. Why? You don't want to carry your burden, only just want to sleep on the bed. Is it? Sometimes they also say, I have a kind of sickness in my body. One day it might be correct, some may not be correct. But burden of the 5 aggregates. So if there's a 5 aggregate, you will encounter many difficulty, many sickness, many disease. Finally, we die. You see, if you don't understand the suffering of the body of 5 aggregates, then you go to the hospital. You will see many patients with a lot of different diseases. Is it? Then you also experience a lot of suffering of the 5 aggregates in your lives. For example, one story. Putikata Tesa. He ordained as a bhikkhu after listening to the Buddha's Dhamma. Then he also practiced meditation. Then finally, what happened? He has a lot of injury and a lot of wound in his body. Appear. Maybe there is because of past karma. He was a hunter in the bad hunter in the past. Because of this karma, although he was a bhikkhu, he practiced meditation. Some past karma produced its results to experience a lot of suffering. So I am doing good thing. Why such kinds of problem come to me? Don't think you have done a lot of bad karma in the past, as well as good karma. Sometimes good karma will produce, you will experience happiness. Sometimes bad karma produce its result, you will also experience suffering. That is called loka dhamma, worldly condition. Okay? You are a bhikkhu, you are a siyali. You will experience only comfortable condition, only happiness. Don't think like this. You have done a lot of bad karma, akusala, and good karma in the past. But luckily, you are a human being. For your patisandhi, good karma suppose you to be reborn. Good karma produce you to be reborn as a human being. But there are also still a lot of bad karma. That is why, although you don't want to experience suffering, don't want to experience enemy, you will experience. Sure. Okay? Then Putikata also the same way, because of his past karma, although he was practicing meditation, then small kinds of how to call the pimple appear from his body, spot appear in his body. So it began slowly become bigger, like jujube tree. Then finally it began like wood apple like this in his body. Then they break. Then a lot of blood and parts come out from his body. No, at the beginning they also want to have him to take care, but finally no one want to take care of him. Then he suffer on the bed without any nurse. Then finally the Buddha saw the bhikkhu with a lot of suffering. Even the Buddha also took care of him. Then because of the Buddha, then the other bhikkhu also took care of him. Finally the Buddha also gave the Dhamma talks to him regarding the suffering of the aggregate. At the end of the Buddha's Dhamma, then he also became Arahanta, luckily, in front of the Buddha. But now, the Buddha is not there. You have to do yourself. The Buddha already preached a lot of Dhammas to follow. Okay? Then you will understand, you can overcome the problem. But Putikata also, the Buddha, because of the Buddha Dhamma, then he became Arahanta. Then there are a lot of suffering in our body, 5 aggregate. You see, Rupa Khanda, aggregate of form, aggregate of matter, a lot of things. You don't want to have such kinds of things. You don't want to have pain, bad pain, something, cancer or something, many. Is it? And Rupa aggregate. Feeling. You feel a lot of suffering in your mind. Sometimes you are getting angry. There is also Dhammanasa Vedana, unpleasant feeling. Sometimes you have a lot of peaceful feeling, pleasant feeling. When you experience good thing, but later it disappears. Then you feel suffering again. Something like this. Is it? They are also suffering. They are also feeling. Aggregate of feeling. Then perception. You remember, maybe he did me something. Then I will do something like this. Because of perception, Sanya Khanda. Sankara Khanda, Phasa, Contacting, okay, etc. Many. Then also Vijnana Khanda, mind, aggregate or consciousness. Then these 5 aggregate are making you to experience a lot of suffering. Okay. If there's no suffering, what will happen? Then no more. If there's no 5 aggregate, what will happen? No suffering. Sankhet na penjupara nakanda dukkhā. Dukkhā means 5 aggregates. As long as you have 5 aggregates, you are in suffering. You cannot escape from suffering. But if you wish to escape from suffering, you should try to understand the 5 aggregates as they really are. Then need to contemplate them as a nature, dukkha, anatta, pay attention their truth nature, something like that. Then finally, you can realize Nibbana. Is it? Okay. Natthi khandhasamā, natthi khandhasamā dukkhā. There's no dukkhā, suffering, like burden or the 5 aggregates. Then you understand yourself, okay, from morning time to evening time. Then you are carrying the burden of 5 aggregate. You take shower, you want to eat, you want to drink something, everything, you see. There is a burden of the 5 aggregate. Okay, you understand. Natthi santiparaṃ sukhaṃ. Natthi santiparaṃ sukhaṃ. There's a no happiness higher than supreme peace, nibbana. There's a no happiness. Santiparaṃ. Santi sukha. Santi sukha. For example, if you don't understand the burden or the suffering of 5 aggregates, you will not understand the nibbana, happiness or peace, nibbana sukha. If you don't see the suffering in your life or your 5 aggregate, you don't want to realize nibbana. In Malaysia, in this trip, one person asked me, Pandit, if someone realizes Nibbana, someone attain Nibbana, someone go to Nibbana, no nama rupa, no 5 aggregate. If it is so, how? If someone want to go there, how do you think? No nama rupa in Nibbana, no 5 aggregate in Nibbana. Then do you want to go there? Then he asked. Then it is meaningless what he think. That is why I also explain. Without understanding of the suffering or problems of 5 aggregates, you don't want the Nibbana. You don't want to realize Nibbana. Okay? Why? Need to be able to realize Nibbana, then you have to understand the suffering of 5 aggregate or the problems. Without knowing the problems, you don't want to solve the problem. You want to stay with only problem. You want to stay with only problems, is it? But if you understand there is a real problem, I don't want to be old. I will get old. There is problems. You don't want to get sick. You will experience sickness. You don't want to have any disease in your body. You will have. There are problems, is it? You don't want to die. You will die. Sure, you must die. There is a problem. That is also called suffering. Without understanding or knowing the problem or suffering, you don't want to realize Nibbana. You want to stay with the 5 aggregates only. If you wish to stay with the 5 aggregates, you are already in problems, suffering. Then next life go the same. Next life only sometimes human being, sometimes Deva, sometimes Brahma, when Kusala Karma produce. Sometimes in lower rank, like animal in animal kingdom, beta, hungry ghosts, and happy. When Akusala Karma produce, then they experience more suffering. Sometimes male, sometimes female, only there is round or rebirth, samsara. Then you are within the 31 planes of existences. 31 planes of existence only. Actually, you are already in problems. If you don't want to solve this problem, okay, no problem. You will become a human being again. Then male or female, not sure. Then you will become old. You will experience a lot of disease and or problems in your lives, although you don't want. Finally, you will die. Okay, if you don't think there are problems, okay, you will receive this problem again. That is a suffering. But if you really understand there are suffering, there are problems, I need to solve. There must be the place where there's no problems, no suffering. There will be the peace, Nibbana. Is it? Then what is the ways to realize Nibbana, to go to Nibbana? Noble Eightfold Paths. Then practice practically. Finally you can attain Nibbana. Okay? For example, I don't know, luckily one story, Santati minister, during the Buddha time, he was the minister of the Kosala king. According to Kosala king's instruction, he went to the countryside to fight with the enemy. Then finally he conquered the enemies. Then he returned to royal palace with the victory. Then Kosala king was also very pleased to him. Then he transferred his kingdoms to him for 7 days. Only just for 7 days you can enjoy with the luxury of royal palace as you like. Okay. If one king transfer his kingdom to you, what will you do? Santati minister, he enjoy with the sensual pleasure only. Okay, I will support the sasana. He don't have such kinds of mind. With a lot of wealth, like Asoka king, is it? Then he also enjoyed with the sensual pleasure. He was watching the dancing with very beautiful dancer. Also, he was also listening to music from the singer. Then sometimes he also drank the alcohol wine. Sometimes he went to the beach to take shower, to take bath together with many ladies, something like this. Nightclubs, something like this, is it? Then he just was enjoying with the sensual pleasure only. Then finally, he loved a very beautiful and skillful dancer. 7 days of enjoyment of sensual pleasure as a king. Then his dancer, beautiful dancer, passed away immediately. Sometimes can die, no? Immediately. Then he was very upset. He was very sad in his mind. Too much grief appeared in his mind. He cannot bear with this one. How to do? If someone passes away, your beloved one passes away, how you will feel? He also feel in this way. Then nobody can solve this problem. Then he remember the Buddha at the time only. Then some they also break each other between boyfriend and girlfriend. Then later they remember, oh, the monastery life will be better. Monastery life will be better. Then they can. Why you smile? Then what will happen? Okay, what will happen be, then he went to the Buddha, that is right. Then the Buddha also gave the Dhamma talk to him. Then at the end of the Dhamma talk, he became Arahanta. He became Arahanta, then he realized Nibbana. At that time, all of his sorrow, and also all mental defilement was removed. No more kilesa in his mind. He experienced, santi sukhaṃ. Okay, compared to sensual pleasure in Nibbana, santi sukhaṃ, which one is better? He can compare. Okay, he also enjoyed with the sensual pleasure for 7 days, like again, but he just karma do jayati soko. Soka sorrow comes from the enjoyment of sensual pleasure. Sorrow will come. But here, when he experienced sorrow or suffering because of enjoyment of sensual pleasure, then he went to the Buddha. Because of the Buddha's Dhamma, he realized Nibbana. Then no more sorrow, no more mental defilement. He feels peace. That is why cannot compare with the no happiness can compare with the santi sukha nibbana happiness. That is why natthi santiparaṃ sukhaṃ. There's no happiness higher than nibbana happiness santi sukha. Okay. Then if you have suffering because of high aggregate feeling or something, high physical aggregate or mental aggregates, then you just trying to practice to realize Nibbana. When you realize Nibbana, you can stay with Santi Sukha peacefully, happily. Then cannot compare with any happiness, Sukha. Okay, that will be the highest happiness in your life. Then at the end of the stanza, then Buddha then, young boy and young bride became a Sotapana. Okay. Luckily they have too much attachment to each other, but luckily in front of the Buddha. But if there's no Buddha, then no one can have them. Okay. But we're dying like the other. For example, like Sri Lanka time. I don't know nowadays there may be many stories, but I don't know. You know. So by knowing this, may be able to practice to attain Santi Sukha, the highest happiness. May be able to follow the Buddha's instruction until you realize Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Nale ja. Ko se le pausa nale. Lai bu ke Malay no Myanmar lo pyo aw ma he dukkhā. Gara le yo me. Natthi rāgasamo aggi, natthi dosasamo gali, natthi khandhasamā dukkhā, natthi santiparaṃ dukkhā. ပြေးတဲ့လူပြေးကုန်ညှော့လာမထိုင်နိုင်တော့ရာဂနဲ့တူသောမိမရှိဒေါသနဲ့တူသောအပြစ်မရှိခန္ဓာနဲ့တူသောဆင်းရဲဒုက္ခမရှိနိဗ္ဗာန်နဲ့တူသောချမ်းသာမရှိကဲအဲ့ဒါကတော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားဇေရွန်ကျောင်းတော်မှာသတင်းသုံးစဉ်အခါကမင်္ဂလာဆောင်နေတဲ့အမျိုးသမီးလေးသတို့သမီးလေးကိုအကြောင်းပြုပြီးမှဟောတယ်အမှန်တော့သတို့သားကိုအကြောင်းပြုတဲ့သဘောတော့ရှိတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့သမီးမင်္ဂလာဆောင်မှာမြတ်စွာဘုရားနဲ့ယဟန်တန်ဃာတွေကိုသူတို့အိမ်ကိုပင့်ဖဲပြီးမှဆွန့်ကြွေးဝတ်တင်းဆိုတာမနေပေါ့အခုခက်လည်းရှိကြလေဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာတွေဆိုကဲအဲ့ဒီမှာမြတ်စွာဘုရားနဲ့ယဟန်တန်ဃာတွေအိမ်ကိုကြွရောက်လာတဲ့အခါအဲ့ဒီသတို့သမီးလေးကဝေယဝဆယဟန်တန်ဃာတွေကဝေယဝဆကိုလှုပ်ဖို့အတွက်ဟုတ်လားရေယူလိုက်ဆွန်နေပြင်းလိုက်ဟိုသွားလိုက်ဒီသွားလိုက်လှုပ်ကဲအမျိုးသားသတို့သားလှုပ်တဲ့လူကဘာဖြစ်တော့သူရဲ့သတို့သမီးကိုကြည်ပြီးမှဟုတ်လားဝေယဝဆလည်းမလှုပ်နိုင်ပဲနဲ့စိုက်ပြီးမှကြည်နေတော့ဘာဖြစ်တော့ဟိုလည်းလှအောင်ပြင်ထားလို့ထင်ပါတယ်ခါတိုင်းနဲ့လှလို့လာတော့မသိဘူးအဲ့ဒါဘာဖြစ်တော့အဲ့ဒါရာဂမီးတွေတောက်လောင်ရာဂမီးတောက်လောင်တာခံရဘူးရမလားခံရဘူးရင်သိမှာပေါ့ဘယ်လိုတောက်လောင်လဲဆိုအဲ့တော့ရာဂတွေဖြစ်လာတဲ့အခါကျတော့ဘုရားနဲ့ယဟန်တန်ဃာတွေလောက်ရှိနေတာကိုသူသတိမထားမိတော့ဘူးသူ့ရဲ့တက္ကမကိုပဲလှမ်းကြည့်နေတော့အမြဲတမ်းအဲ့ဒါကိုမြတ်စွာဘုရားသိတဲ့အတွက်ကဲဒီပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တော့ငါကူညီမရတော့မယ်အဲ့ဒါမြတ်စွာဘုရားရဲ့ရှိမှအဲ့လိုဖြစ်လို့တော်သေးတာပေါ့အခုဆိုရင်တော့ကိုလည်းမသိဘူးဟုတ်လားကိုလည်းမကယ်နိုင်ဘူးသူလည်းမကယ်နိုင်ဘူးအဲ့တော့မြတ်စွာဘုရားသိတဲ့အတွက်အဲ့ဒီသတို့သမီးလေးကိုတကုန်းနဲ့ဝတ်ထားလိုက်တာဝတ်ထားလိုက်တဲ့အခါကျမှဘာဖြစ်တော့အဲ့ကောင်မမြင်တဲ့အခါကျမှသူ့ရဲ့ရာဂလည်းနည်းနည်းလေးလျှော့သွားပြီးမှတရားနာယူနိုင်တဲ့အခြေအနေဖြစ်သွားပုံပေါ်ပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီအချိန်ကျမှမြတ်စွာဘုရားဒီကာထာကိုဟောတာဒီကာထာရဲ့အဆုံးမှာတော့ဒီသတို့သားလေးရောသတို့သမီးလေးရောတော်တော်ဖြစ်သွားတယ် Kadabe, Salangar, Turuli. To the Kunaro, through English, Nyabio like that. Natthi rāgasamo, aggi, rāgane to the mimashid. Me long me so every miro baru, merely, migore, misare, bari, mali, told me long lying, hola, the whole near. Any milan let to be. Todo, Mida de Bogoria, Mida Gariba in the Dala and do 90. Now by Chowdama, Pian 9 of your 9 pan love, Domo Yapan love a chap. Todo Raga milan me so no Raga era Misa lemishi, Migo lemtro. Pay down my lonely mamadu. Hola. Time at when my J be my dehu the E in a lounge. Now so valid, they don't nine, they don't they thought. Hello, a long time we have Bogori, Logama, Yashi. How we know? Ragane to the Mimishi wood. Hello, Salali never come. Nanda, Nanda or Lurendi Vida, Yazwa Niro Nanda. Sedamra Galeani ne, Mingla Sananima, Yazwa, the big Tangai, my Jonko. John Yaudo do Papedo. Yan Pumala, so Chowdane, Puam low like that, to be Pujimale. Yan will be on leve, Mupio, Senavara Galeani, Malay Desaga, Mimian Pian Lava, Mondo, the Dalija, Mada, dear Thailand. Hola. I don't know so no, Miasavia Tiro, towering the nephew Codor. Codor, Lama, Milan Dare, Miao my degong, Lepiaga. Towering the outdoor, I'm at the Yaman Tango, Siga Cadabula, not the medium, you know. Nanda, but let me alone jam at the G. Hola. Arabavedo. I just another Galan you, maybe. Ara. Holonga was another Galiani wed at Amira, a less another Galiani, Sale, the Mara Galiani, Bale. Colonos another Galiani, you say to him. Who are not the mediator as another Galiani, Nanda Bluro. Sanabra Galiani, Shemes and Bloroso. Sanabra Trunation or Shibia, Sanabra Galiani, who Lama do a meow, oh my ilu. Muli. I look your kind of through Blue. I look your no? Piogenaga, Koye, what must say them as soon as Ragas and Yango. Now a day to Kunamyasavia, no be like that. The Myasavia Zilo Todi. Can also not me, ain't not the middle logi, Tidiao Ato, so Nanda level logins on Ato like that. Also, they had to tell me about Buffetor, Ragami Piavare. They had to tell me Yamajin Ragamia Shinimave. They had to tell me Agaro. Raga will long pen a sense or not. Kama Ragas were not Anagami Mema, Janet Ragari, Rupa Ragaro Barus, no Aratame Yama. Totavano she did. Totavano Barua, who Putus in the nation, do the abo. They be my logim Longkaya level to pin. No? Kaya Ragami Lombo, not the Kushi did it. People Kekare Yahanli the Baga Satanago, do you must at what then? Sadwa Dengen or 2 years Yashima, Quen Downa, Sadwa Dembiazi, Satanagos. Pero tu si agale yanda people boare. Miene, tu ye tebeu ande miene. Nene chojo lile pipalime. Hola. Era papieto. Mem telolo me eu dwabi sen you are eu mem dwane tiaute. You are eu madwane. Men jaw ma be ni bi satin. Elo ma like that. Eri agreement ne tu twa tin hot but tema phya so. Ke ho yauk de akha ja ro sa tin bi po pyaနှစ်နဲ့ချီမှာပေါ့နှစ်နဲ့သုံးနဲ့စသည်ဖြင့်စာတင်ပြီလို့သူ့ရဲ့နယ်ကိုပြန်မလို့လောက်တဲ့အခါငါဆရာကရွာထဲမသွားနဲ့လို့မှားတယ်ဘာများမြင်လို့ပါလေသူစူးစမ်းကျင်တယ်အဲ့ဒါသင်္ကန်းယုံပြီးမှရွာထဲကိုဆုံးကဝင်တော့အိမ်တိန်ရှိကိုရက်တော့အဲ့ဒီမှာအဝါရောင်ဝမ်းဆက်ဝတ်ထားတဲ့အမျိုးသမီးငယ်ငယ်လေးကလည်းပဲဆွမ်းလာလောင်းတယ်သူ့ကိုလည်းမြင်တာပေါ့သူ့ကိုမြင်တာနဲ့သူ့ရှိမှာရာဂမီယာထနေပြီကလေးမအဲ့ဒါဆွမ်းလောင်းပြီးတာနဲ့တခါလဲအခန်းထဲဝင်ပြီးမှအိတ်တော့တာပဲခြေပြက်လက်ပြအဲ့တော့သူ့အမေတော့သူ့အဖေမေတွေကမေးတဲ့အခါကျတော့အကြောင်းစုံပြောပြတယ်သူ့ကိုမေးရရင်တော့သမီးဒီနေရာမှာပဲတည်ရတော့မယ်အဲ့ဒါနဲ့သူ့အမေအဖေတွေကနေပြီးမှရဟန်းလေးရှိကိုလိုက်ပြီးမှအရှင်ဘုရားအိမ်ကိုကြွပါအောင်ဘုရားဆွမ်းဖုံးပေးကြပါဘုရားဆိုရခဲ့ပြီဆွမ်းပါညာပေါ့နောက်ဆုံးတော့မဟုတ်အရှင်ဘုရားဒီရသမီးကတော့ဒီလိုဖြစ်နေပြီရှင်ဘုရားဒီရလို့ရှိမှပစ္စည်းဥစ္စာတွေအကုန်အပြည့်စုံရှိတယ်တ ဒီပြောတဲ့သမီးကိုလက်ထပ်ပြီးမှထိမ်းများယူပါဆိုတော့သူကအဲ့အချိန်တိတ်စိတ်ဝင်စားတော့ဦးဇင်းကရဟန်းဘွားမှာပဲပြောပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်မထွက်ပြရစီနဲ့ဆိုပြီးမငင်းလွတ်လိုက်တယ်နောက်ဆုံးဘလို့မရတဲ့အခါကျတော့မိဘတွေကနေပြန်သွားပြီးသူသမီးကိုချော့မော်တာပေါ့တခြားယောက်ျားတွေအများကြီးရှိတာပဲသူတို့နဲ့ဦးဇင်းအိမ်ကနေပြီးစီစဉ်ပေးပါမယ်ဘာညာပေါ့no only one ဟုတ်လား only one သူ့ကိုပဲလိုချင်တယ်တဲ့ကျန်တဲ့သူနဲ့လက်မထပ်ချင်ဘူးတဲ့သူ့ကိုမရရင်သမီးတေရတော့မယ်တဲ့အဲ့ဒါကမိလောင်နေတာအဲ့ဒါတယောက်တည်းပဲတဲ့ကဲအဲ့တော့ဘာဖြစ်တော့ဆိုတော့9ရက်လုံးမစားမတော့ဖက်နေလိုက်တော့9ရက်မြောက်တော့တေရောပေါ့တေတဲ့အခါကျတော့ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာထုံးစံအတိုင်းတန်ဃာတွေကိုပင့်ဖိတ်ပြီးမှသူ့ရဲ့ဖြူနေတဲ့တင်းကြိုပွဲလောက်တာပေါ့အတုကအဲ့ဒီမှာထုံးစံအတိုင်းပါပြောတော့သူရဲ့ကြံရက်တဲ့ထမိန်တို့အဝတ်စားတို့ဘာလို့ချုပ်ပြီးမှအနေကထိုင်းတို့လိုက်ကားတို့ဒီလိုလှူကြတယ်လေအဲ့ဒါအခုလည်းပဲထုံးစံပဲမြန်မာမှာလည်းပဲအဲ့ဒါကြီးလုံနေရပဲဟုတ်လားအဲ့ခက်ကလည်းအဲ့အလေးထားရှိတယ်အဲ့ကြောင့်သူတို့ခုနပြောတယ်လူသေးတဲ့အခါလူသေးလို့ကြံရက်ခဲ့တဲ့အဝတ်အစားတွေထမိန်တွေဘာတွေတော့အနေကထိုင်းတို့လိုက်ကားတို့ချုပ်ပြီးမှလှူကြတယ်သေးတဲ့လူကြံရက်ခဲ့တဲ့ဟုတ်လားကြောက်တံပရမများတို့ကားတို့အိမ်တို့ကျတော့ဘာမှမလုပ်ဘူးလို့ဟုတ်လားအဲ့ဒါကိုပြောပြတယ်အဲ့တော့တည်တဲ့အခါကျတော့အဲ့မှာယဟန်မထေရတစ်ပါးကလည်းအဲ့အတုပပွဲမှာပါပြီးမှအဝါရောင်ပိဿာလေးကိုရလာတယ်ဝေစုဟိုနဲ့ဟိုကလှူလိုက်တာအဲ့ဒီရဟန်းငယ်လေးကလည်းပဲကလျာဏီကျောင်းမှာရှိတဲ့ဇေဒီကိုဖူးပြီးမှပြန်မယ်ဆိုပြီးအဲ့ကိုသွားတာပေါ့အဲ့ကိုရောက်နေတဲ့အချိန်ကဲအဲ့မထေရကြီးကလည်းအဲ့ကျောင်းကိုရောက်လာတော့တိုက်ဆိုင်အဲ့အဝါလေးကိုမြင်တော့သူကလည်းပဲစိတ်ထဲမှာအလိုလိုသိသွားပြီရှင်မဒီအဝတ်လေးကဘယ်ရလာတော့ဆိုအဲ့နဲ့မထေရကြီးအကုန်လုံးရှင်းပြတာအဲ့ဒီကလေးမလေးတယောက်ကွာဆွမ်းခံလာတဲ့ကိုတော်လေးကိုဆွဲပြီးမှအဲ့ဒါမတော်မစားနောက်ဆုံးကိုတော်လေးကလည်းညင်းလိုက်တယ်ပြောပါတယ်နောက်ဆုံးတော့သေရောပေါ့ဟုတ်လားသေသွားရှာတယ်သူ့ကိုဆွဲလမ်းပြီးမှရာဂမိလောင်သွားတာနော်ခဲအဲ့ဒါလည်းကြားရောဒီကိုတော်လေးကသဘောပေါက်သွားပြီသူပဲငါသူ့ကိုမယူလိုက်ရလေချင်းဆိုပြီးမှတခါတည်းအဲ့ဒါရာဂမိမြန်တခါတည်းလောင်ပြီးမှတခါတည်းပြစ်လဲပြီးသေးတာပဲသူလည်းဟုတ်လားနေအောင်လုံးရာဂမိလောင်ပြီးမှသေးတာအဲ့လိုဟာတွေဒီလောကမှာ story တွေရှိမှာပေါ့ jumping into the water ဟုတ်လား jumping from the house very high house something like this အဲ့ဒါတွေဖြစ်တယ်လေအဲ့ဒါရာဂမိလောင်တာဒါကြောင့်မို့ရာဂနဲ့တူသောမိမရှိဘူးရာဂမိများတကယ်အလောင်ခံရပြီဆိုရင်ဘာဖြစ်တော့အဲ့ဒါမီးညွန့်လည်းမမြအောင်မီးကိုလည်းမမြအောင်တခါတည်းလောင်ပြီးသေးကိုသေးတာပဲအဲ့ဒါကိုပြောတာအဲ့ကြောင့်ရာဂနဲ့တူသောမီးမရှိဘူးတဲ့နောက် story တစ်ခုကတော့စိတ်တလတောင်မှာတဲ့ဘေကုဏီကလည်းပဲဘေကုဏီလည်းနေကြတော့ဥပုပ်နေမှာဥပုပ်ပြုဖို့သွားတာအဲ့ဒီဥပုပ်အိမ်အဝင်ဝမှာသူတို့ကဂိတ်ကိပါခေါ်တာပေါ့နော်အဆောင်ကိုသူတို့ကရုပ်တုကိုတေးချာချောမောလှပအောင်ကိုထူထားတာပကြီးဆေးရုပ်လို့မဟုတ်တော့ရုပ်တုထူထားတာပေါ့အဲ့ဒါဘေကုဏီမအငယ်လေးတစ်ပါးအနာရောက်တဲ့အခါကျအဲ့ဒါကိုစိုက်ကြည့်ပြီးမှရာဂဖြစ်ပြီးမှတခါတည်းလောင်ကျွမ်းပြီးသေးပါရောမတ်တက်ကြီးဟုတ်လားအဲ့တော့နောက်ကဘေကုဏီလိုက်လာတဲ့အခါဟဲ့လာသွားစို့ဒီမှာဥပုပ်ပြုချိန်ရောက်ပြီလို့လက်နဲ့လဲထိလိုက်ရောဘာဖြစ်လဲပြီးမှသေးအဲ့ဒါရာဂလောင်သွားတာမလေးရုပ်တုတောင်လောင်တာတကယ်အစ်စ်ဆိုရင်တော့ဘယ်လွယ်လိမ့်မလဲဟုတ်ပြီလားကဲအဲ့ဒါရာဂလောင်ပုံပြောတာအဲ့ဒါလောင်ဘူးတဲ့လူတွေသိမှာပေါ့မသေးသေးတာပဲရှိတယ်ဟုတ်ပြီနော်ကဲသူကတော့လောင်အောင်သေအောင်လောင်တဲ့သူတွေပေါ့သေအောင်လောင်တဲ့သူတွေခုနကတော့နန္ဒကတော့ဖះလည်းရှိတယ်ဒီဟိုကလေးကတော့ဖះရှိမှာဆိုတော့ဖះကယ်လိုက်တော့တော်သေးတာပေါ့ဖះသိလို့နော်ခဲအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့ရာဂနဲ့တူသောမိမရှိဘူးတဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့ရာဂနဲ့တူသောမိကိုငြိမ့်ချင်ရင်နိဗ္ဗာန်ရအောင်လုပ်နောက်တစ်ခုနတ္တိဒေါသသမောကလိတဲ့ဒေါသနဲ့တူသောအပြစ်မရှိဘူးတဲ့ဒေါသနဲ့တူသောပြစ်မှုမရှိဘူးဒေါသထွက်လာပြီဆိုရင်ဘာလုပ်တော့အမားတွေအကုန်လောက်တော့တာပဲရမ်းတော့တာပဲအခု fighting ဘာဖြစ်နေကြတော့ဘယ်သူမှဂိမ်းမဆိုင်ဘူးဘယ်သူတေးငတေးမှန်ပြီးတော့ဆိုပြီးမှချနေကြတာပဲအကုန်လုံးတေကုန်တာနဲ့တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးမဆိုင်တဲ့လူတွေသူအဲ့ဒါဒေါသပဲလေဟုတ်လားအမဘုံကျဲချလိုက်ဘာဖြစ်မှာအများကြီးတေမှာပေါ့ကျန်တဲ့မှာအမလေးအများကြီးတေကုန်ပြီမဆိုင်တဲ့လူတွေအဲ့ဒါဒေါသပေါ့ Doda Jow, Doda net to the Pimshi, Doda Pilla with Epoku level lounge. To the movement to your power environment will level lounge on. Peroma and Yimaniao. Tell out Doda Pijivala, they are go long Doka Yako now. Abla, who are looking it? Kara never de Vima saying Magandi, Piopia Malamadi. Magandi, so Tagama. 2 years, me body, I'm just up here to not the me Magandi Nero, Titan E, so my Magandi call him a mess of Yashi. Mess of Yashi, do I ma to the me will let her ball of your mess of ya, tend the me Magandi low. Messenger in a pinner can I go you, Naviaga, Chivianet or Madujim, to look your light. There is a Gajamu, me body, an Agandi Pidor. They met the me Magandiaro Agata Poli, Yanuri Fabi. Mayajam was a Mayajam, Shin and Piola Pinos, a Valunga, Masan own and Nayatale, Chivanet of Matojam, Valu Piotale. Eh, my Yanufer. Now so no, 2 year yogi Jamo Poli, Udina May, me be apshel. Udina may me be apshel or Dhammapada leve, Udina may me be azro, Mesopia, Coco at Totabanisro. Now so Udina mene Kondai. Kondai be now so no, Dhammapada Mishura Punsan and none of you to Mishura. Allowed it, Doda, Chita, Colon Lobieta. Hello, Papieto, the chain loan to Launiano to Remadoda Mia. Now so my Matena at a Nando Mishura Sentio. Yaudara now so Udina Menga the pop outdoor. Now so 2 them Macavan at 2 years swim you Taiwaniva, go call him a Mishura. Let me alone that 22 Kaurin and Mishu, show him a let on the lighter. And a day, let Mishu Kaima there. Let whizzing him, okay? Whizzing near meanness and Palapumales and Ajivo. Karajamu. And a daughter Mia Nipima, a whizzing near me Tiagara, no? Tajamu, daughter net to the me, daughter net to the pit, daughter net to the Amasura, Mishivu. Matano, Doda Jamu a wizzy of Dora. Doda Yamashi and Papieto, Doda will pen and never young low and to be a lumle, a lum caro. Kanati Khandhasamā dukkhā, Khanda net to those Sayadaw Mishibu. Kanda Shini to Papieto, Dukkhā in a twitch of nearly. To do them Ojemu Orabe. Yoga music of Miajamu, Kumaji on the Atom device, a book down Kana like Banala Yana line, Yoga music. See only the Jimes and Emma Kansane, Kumia, Harine, Barine, Yarine, Damuri, Palauti, Mialam, and Tokari, no? Gigi Kana Dogari, Miapian. Hello, Anna, Kana Zilu Petali. Kana Messi and A had a long and now so not they. And now Kana Tukia, now Kana Malet, Luejo, Mava, or like Nala, daylight. Olai nalai tela. Era Khandaya dukkhā po. Dayamu Khanda net to the dukkhā sura Vamamijivu. Era Uti on Giam. Eri Khanda dukkhā Majivus and the Khanda dukkhā and Vilamyachines and Amajivu. And I was in Malaysia, Walunga, the Gadiaga made a question and some. Never will Memo Puvi, so you know, let me see, Khanda let me see, Balok Malay, Balok Malay. Allu Babi to a sender, Tanane always a nation be senderally. Gala so ye Velomale make a Mojam Mala, the Mafia, as an Orabe, Mimolojamana Yaramala. Can manage Mala, Mima yoga music on the sheet, the college and Jomuma, which you manage. Alabafu, Kanashilo Yarali. Now so meant the Yamali. When they Jumala, they Jumre. Kanaji and meant the Yamawe, yoga music Yamawe, a little doka of me on Giare. That I want the Chapadaria Bane, persuade Lotta, swears on the lay. Okay, Menu, the Villa Cafe out the Yonji, Madeira, Tower near Yame, Tower near Jiu, and I shout Biora. Okay, no? The Guru Pima Bima, Kabanga alone near through Piodalos Madeira Niabo, Jai Madeira Niluyali, Pima and Ines. Not an Ines level. That she Niluyare, Tower to Madeira and Yalupio and Piomavo. Alaku, hola. Time a long Madeira and Yaluro, Mijiu, Kanaya, the Yamave, Tavera. Oh, no? A the bow, Menti on low, at the bow, Loma, a khanda machi de neya ko myin ya chin ma pho nibbān soda aɗa beဟုတ်ပြီလားအဲ့ဒီခန္ဓာကိုမမြင်ဘူးဆိုရင်နိဗ္ဗာန်မလိုချင်ဘူးနိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုမလိုချင်သေးဘူးဆိုရင်ခန္ဓာရနေဦးမှာပဲရနေဒီဒုက္ခတွေရနေဦးမှာပဲအဲ့ဒါဆိုရင်အဲ့ဒီဒုက္ခကိုအဲ့ဒါပြဿနာကိုပြဿနာလို့မမြင်ဘူးဆိုရင်ဘာဖြစ်တော့ဒီပြဿနာကိုဖြေရှင်းဖို့လည်းကြိုးစားမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးပြဿနာဖြေရှင်းတဲ့နေရာရအောင်လည်းပဲလုပ်မှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါပဲအဲ့တော့ပြဿနာကိုပြဿနာလို့မြင်ပြီးဆိုရင်ပြဿနာမရှိတဲ့နေရာဒီနိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုရောက်ကြောင်းလမ်းစဉ်ဒီမဂ္ဂင်၈ပါးပဲကျင့်ပြီးတော့ရအောင်အဲ့လိုပြောတာနတ္တိတန္တိပရံဒုက္ခတဲ့အဲ့ဒီဒုက္ခတွေခုနကရာဂတို့ဒေါသတို့မောဟတို့ခန္ဓာတို့ရဲ့ဒုက္ခတွေပြဿနာတွေကိုမြင်ပြီးဆိုရင်ကဲနတ္တိတန္တိပရံဒုက္ခအဲ့ဒီခုနကပြဿနာတွေရာဂလည်းမရှိဘူးဒေါသလည်းမရှိဘူးပြီးတော့ခန္ဓာရဲ့ဒုက္ခတွေလည်းပဲဘာမှမရှိဘူးနိဗ္ဗာန်မှာအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့အဲ့ဒါကိုနတ္တိတန္တိပရံဒုက္ခလို့ပြောတာနိဗ္ဗာန်တဲ့တန္တိဒုက္ခလို့ခေါ်တဲ့နိဗ္ဗာန်တဲ့ချမ်းသာဆိုတာမရှိဘူးအခုချမ်းသာဆုံးဆိုဒီမှာသူတို့ဘာဖြစ်တော့ဘာရှိနိုင်မှာတော့သူတို့luxurious house ရှိမယ်ကားရှိမယ်restaurant ကိုသွားပြီးမှသူတို့ enjoy လုပ်မယ်ဘာလို့ကာမဂုဏ်၅ပါးပဲလေသူတို့လူတွေဒါလွယ်လို့ဗာများဟောလုပ်နိုင်မှာ enjoyment or sensual pleasure ကာမဂုဏ်ခံစားပြီးရင်ကာမတောဇာတိတောကတို့ဘာလို့လာတာပဲပြီးရင်နောက်ဆုံးမှဘာဖြစ်ညာဖြစ်နောက်ဆုံးသေတာပဲလေဘာထူးမအောင်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားကဲအဲ့ဒါကိုမမြင်သေးဘူးဆိုရင်ဘာလုပ်မလဲသူတို့ဒါပဲနိဗ္ဗာန်လိုချင်မှမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့ဒါတွေမရှိဘူးဆိုရင်နိဗ္ဗာန်ဘယ်လောက်ချမ်းသာသလဲကဲအဲ့ဒါရူပခန္ဓာရုပ်ကိုယ်တင်မဟုတ်ဘူးဝေဒနာခံစားနေရတာလေဒီဆိုရင်စိတ်ထဲမှာတနှုံနဲ့ခံစားနေရဒါဝေဒနာခန္ဓာဒေါမနတဝေဒနာပေါ့ဒေါမနတဝေဒနာလည်းပဲနောက်ပိုင်းပြည့်စည်တာပဲဒါလည်းပဲဒုက္ခပဲဒါမျိုးတွေပေါ့အမျိုးကြီးအများကြီးတင်ညာမှတ်သားထားတာလေဒီပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ငါ့ကိုဘာလုပ်တယ်ညာလုပ်တယ်ဒီပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ငါ့ရဲ့ရန်သူပဲအဲ့မှာဒေါသတွေဖြစ်နေလေဒါမျိုးဟုတ်လားအဲ့ဒါဝေဒနာခန္ဓာတင်ညက်ခန္ဓာသင်္ခါရခန္ဓာအမလီအဲ့မှာသင်္ခါရလည်းပဲအမှဒီပုဂ္ဂိုလ်ကြည့်ပြီးမှဘာဖြစ်နေတော့စိတ်ထဲမှာတနှုတ်ဖြစ်နေတယ်ဒါမျိုးပေါ့ဒေါသတွေဖြစ်နေတယ်စသဖြင့်အများကြီးဖြစ်နေကြတာအကုသိုလ်တွေရောကုသိုလ်တွေရောပေါ့လေထားပါတော့ကဲနောက်တကဝိညာဏတဲ့စိတ်ရှိတော့စိတ်မှလည်းပဲခုနအတိုင်းလောဘဒေါသမောဟတွေကလောင်ကျွမ်းနေတယ်ဒီစိတ်လေးကိုဒီကောင်းတဲ့အာယုံလေးမှာထားခြင်းနဲ့မထားနိုင်ဘူးစသဖြင့်ပေါ့ဒါမျိုးကနိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုမြင်မောက်ပြီးရင်ဒီနိဗ္ဗာန်အာယုံကိုယူပြီးမှနေမယ်ဆိုရင်နေလို့မရဘူးလားရတာပေါ့အဲ့ဒါဆိုငြိမ်းချမ်းပြီဒီခုနပြောခဲ့တဲ့ဟာတွေဘာမှမရှိတော့ဘူးအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မို့နိဗ္ဗာန်တဲ့ချမ်းသာဆိုတာမရှိဘူးလို့ဒီလိုပြောတာကဲအဲ့ဟာလေးကိုဟောလိုက်တော့အဲ့ဒီဂါထာလေးရဲ့အဆုံးမှာခုနကပြောခဲ့တဲ့အမျိုးသားရောအမျိုးသမီးရောနှစ်ယောက်လုံးသောတာပန်ဖြစ်သွားတယ်တဲ့ကဲဟုတ်ပြီနော်ဒါကြောင့်မို့ဒါကိုသိသောအဖြစ်ဟုတ်လားရာဂကိုလည်းပဲပယ်နိုင်အောင်ဒေါသကိုလည်းပဲပယ်နိုင်အောင်ခန္ဓာရဲ့ဒုက္ခကိုလည်းပဲပယ်နိုင်အောင်ဒုက္ခခတ်သိကင်းခြင်းရာဖြစ်တဲ့ရာဂဒေါသမောဟတွေမရှိရဖြစ်တဲ့ခန္ဓာဒုက္ခမရှိရဖြစ်တဲ့တန်တိဒုက္ခလို့ခေါ်တဲ့နိဗ္ဗာန်ကိုရအောင်ကျင့်ကြံကြုတ်ကိုပွားများထုတ်နိုင်ကြပါစေကုန်သတည်းသာဓုသာဓုသာဓုဣဒံမေပုညံအာဇဝခယံဝဟံဟောတုဣဒံမေပုညံနိဗ္ဗာနသပัจจယောဟောတုမမပုညဘာကံသဗ္ဗဇတ္တနံဘာဂျိမိတေဇဗေမေသမံပုညဘာကံလဗန္တုသာဓုသာဓုသာဓုသုခေဟောတုနိဗ္ဗာနသပัจจယောဟောတုသာဓုသာဓုအနုမောဒမိသာဓုအနုမောဒိတဗံခမာမိခမိတဗံသုခေဟောတုနိဗ္ဗာနသပัจจယောဟောတုYou can go, no? I have to go to Samanera school now.